What is good, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Paul, and for today's video I've got a very special one, to put it lightly, because if you guys caught my previous video where I kind of broke down some of the sneakers that I'm really excited for, this sneaker here was definitely among them. And of course, the sneaker that I'm referring to is the Vans FDMTL Old School 36 Engineered Knit. Now you might be thinking to yourselves, Paul, pair of Vans, what's so special about that? And to that I would say, well, the brand FDMTL is a world-renowned Japanese-made denim company whose reputation is solely based on insane and meticulous craftsmanship and the highest quality in the world. Additionally, this sneaker was rumored to be made in very limited quantities. Vans themselves actually stated that. On drop day, I had an extremely hard time trying to acquire these because on every retailer, they completely sold out in seconds. This brand new off-the-wall diffusion from Vans is definitely making some noise. I did elaborate on the topic in a few other videos, so go ahead and check those out because I want to go ahead and unbox these before you and kind of show you what I mean when it comes to insane attention to detail. Now, starting out with the box, we have a very special Vans box that does pay homage to FDMTL and their propensity to lean into this patchwork denim design language. Of course, you've got subtle branding throughout the box. Very nicely. As you can see, I did go with an 8.5. I generally tend to range from an 8.5 to a 9. 8.5 in these fit perfect. If you guys are familiar with Vans Vault, just go ahead and take that sizing. I did an 8.5 in those as well. They fit a little bit bigger than standard Vans, and you should be good to go. But getting right into the box, we've got the sneakers encased in some fairly simple tissue paper. And here we have the sneakers, just crazy detail about them. As I mentioned, the upper is comprised of an engineered knit, extremely soft and nicely breathable. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you, I actually have already worn these. I've been enjoying them since the day I got them because I was just so excited once they landed. But that could also be a positive note because I can kind of tell you what my experience has been like thus far with them. So a couple key things that I did notice is that this engineered knit is not just somewhat pliable and has a little bit of stretchability, but it allows for a nice level of ventilation and breathability, meaning this could potentially be the perfect pair of Vans for you this summer, simply due to the fact that these Vans are effectively diffusing heat from this fabric. But not only is this engineered knit extremely practical and functional, also looks insanely premium. It looks like a designer shoe in my opinion, and some might actually say these are a designer shoe considering the fact that it is a collaboration and extremely nicely designed. I mean, look at this beautiful textile, the print, the patchwork detail in different shades of blue. The cream on there is beautifully contrasting, allowing for this pair of Vans not just to look like any other pair of Vans, but rather a very special pair to say the least. I know I referenced Vans Vault earlier, but I'm about to do it again because with this pair, not only is the sizing a little bit different, but you've got the higher foxing as well as the more dense and durable outsole in this cream colorway, which does serve as a bit of contrast to that of the upper, but ties the entirety of the shoe together. As for the outsole, you do have a pretty standard outsole here in this light blue colorway. Yes, it is actually light blue. I know you can see a little bit of gray down there, but again, I did wear these. But yeah, man, these to me are so clean. The perfect pair for the summertime. And from what it looks like, the Vans community is going pretty crazy with this specific collab. I mean, they're kind of going crazy with all of the collabs that have come out thus far. But resale on these, the cheapest I can find them for is right around $250. Oh, I almost forgot to mention that these actually retail for $130. Now at that resale price of $260, I'm not gonna lie to you, I personally would have forked up the money for resale because I really do like the sneaker, texture, the materials, the design, the thinner laces out top. I think this is a fantastic sneaker for the summertime, one that I knew I was gonna make a part of my collection. Now having them in hand, I do not change my mind whatsoever, but I'm very glad I got them for retail. Forgot to mention how I got them for retail. So I checked all day perpetually different retailers that I knew carried this off the wall brand. I was like maniacal about it. I literally refreshed and looked all the time where I thought these could be dropping. Tried on Undefeated, I tried on Mr. Porter, I tried obviously on the Vans website right when they dropped. Took L's on all of them. Other retails, it just sold out really quickly. And then when I gave up completely, I think it was like 5 p.m. These actually dropped at 7 a.m. by the way. I was chilling with Gabby at dinner and I was just like, let's just try Kith. Let's just like look at Kith. And lo and behold, they had them full size run for retail. And to be honest with you, I didn't really believe it. So I took like my sweet time just looking at the shoe, and then I eventually carded just very casually, expecting it to just be like sold out at checkout. Transaction went through, and lo and behold, I got the sneakers. Shortly thereafter, Kith would post to their Instagram that these dropped and they sold out right away. Now at this juncture of the video, I'd like to go ahead and segue over to how I plan on wearing them. Of course, it is not summer right now. I'm currently undergoing some June gloom here in California, but I did want to show you them on toe nonetheless with a few different fits. And so to go ahead and start things out, I went with these Western jeweled denim from Minimal. These have been very, very heavy in my rotation because while they are very intricate and detailed in nature, having the studs out front, and of course that beautiful wash, they're not doing too much, which I do find has been somewhat of a theme in like streetwear and fashion right now. And I do find that this almost capital style of denim does pair well with another Japanese designer that is FDMTL. I tried on a few different styles of simple t-shirts. First, a white one that is a bit more form-fitted due to the fact that pants are on the baggier side, but additionally I did go ahead and throw on the perfect vintage tee, that of which I produced, and actually I currently have on as we speak. This is a slub knit style t-shirt, which means you can see like the fibers going through it. It is finished inside out and of course does feature a beautiful silhouette, the perfect silhouette I might add, as it is somewhat boxy, roomy through the chest, and does feature a slight crop. Eventually I would throw on one of my favorite jackets right now, my bare knuckles work jacket, and this is no means a sponsored post. Jacob has no idea I'm talking about his jacket right now, but I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with you guys. Every single thing that I've ever purchased from Bare Knuckles, is not only insanely good quality and lasts a very long time, also find that everything I have from them, I still love. I just really like the brand a lot. I really like Bare Knuckles a lot. Jacob's killing it, and it's just so awesome to see a fellow YouTuber doing his thing in the fashion game, something I personally aspire to be like someday. So a shout out Jacob for the jacket. It is very well made. But staying on the topic of YouTuber clothing brands, this next outfit is actually from my brand Locust&WildHoney. You've probably already seen this zip up hoodie before, but this is what is known as the perfect zip up hoodie, accurately named so because in my humble opinion, this is the perfect fitting zip up hoodie, featuring tastefully yet muted details such as darting tonal stitching throughout, and it's cut to fit relaxed with the chest again and featuring a slight crop to it. Additionally, this hoodie is made from a 550 GSM brush French terry, and if you are wondering, this is directly in line with Fear of God mainline. That was with intention because I've always loved the craftsmanship behind Fear of God mainline, the look, the feel, the quality of the cotton. I wanted to match that, but of course make it much more accessible. And so when it comes to fabric sourcing, those were all things that were taken into account. Now the denim is a brand new colorway of Locust&WildHoney's G04 denim. As you guys know, this is a brand new fit of denim that was built from scratch, brand new tech pack. I've already dropped the medium blue as well as a washed black, and coming to you this summer is the sand washed light blue. Again, I probably wouldn't wear a zip up hoodie in the midst of summer, but it is a cooler day here in Southern California, so for that reason I was wearing that. And finally, moving on to this last outfit, I did throw on this Stussy thermal and paired that with the relaxed baggy cargos, again from Locust&WildHoney. These are going to be made from a vintage finished twill cotton. They're airy, they're flowy, and are on the lighter side. Again, perfect for summer. Again, for me, it's always going to be about subtle details. I don't ever want to be a brand that is super loud and in your face necessarily, but I do want the clothes to be distinct enough. We did just do a restock on these cargos, that of which I will have linked below, along with all the garments that I featured here today. And if I can find these, I will have those linked as well. But that is going to do it for today's video. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, please be sure to go ahead and like today's video and subscribe to my channel with notifications on, as that is going to be the best way so you don't miss any future content. I actually just picked up a very unique pair of sneakers, that of which I think you guys are going to love, but I'm 99% sure you've never even heard of this brand. I think that's going to be the next upload, so be sure to go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss that. And finally, before I let you go, I did want to let you know that it is a major privilege of mine to get to serve you through making content. content. I sincerely mean that. I really love what I get to do here on YouTube. It's honestly like living a dream that I get to make YouTube videos, make clothes, all of which are things that are only made possible through your support. So guys, thank you so much for that immense privilege. I promise I will always continue to do my best to step up for you guys, to work hard for you and provide for you the best content I can possibly make, but additionally, the best clothing that I actually wear, hence today's t-shirt, Grace bracelet. But with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next upload. Peace and be blessed.